Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford of artlearn.com. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target, and record. It wasn't loading earlier. Let's refresh and see if it loads. There we go. Oh, ho, ho. We got circles, and we got several circles. Interesting. So I feel like what I want to do here is use just the body and store a variable. We'll call it C, radial gradient of 1Q with the color, and then 20 pixels, and then transparent. Now, we don't see anything yet. We need a semicolon, and we need to put it on the body, var dash C. Okay, so I'd like to see that match the radius, 30, 40, 35. Perfect. All right, so we're going to need 2 of these and a linear gradient, I believe, and probably a background color. So the first thing we want to do is we'll do the easy part, these circles. So give it a position 0 and then a width 40 pixels, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And I would like to see the error compound in the correct way. Okay, so 10 pixels, 20, 30, 40. So that's too small, 110, 35. That lines up perfectly, but it does leave us with a little bit of a trouble. A little bit of a bummer there. It lines up, but it's not great. So let's see what the other circles look like if we do that. Dash C, and we're going to say the height is going to be, I believe the height is actually an even auto. So let's do 0 and then minus 10 pixels, and then a width of 370 pixels, and then a height of, the height can be auto. I think the height can be auto. And then we need a vertical offset, 90, 110. Why aren't we seeing, oh, yeah, why aren't we seeing more than that? Oh, because we do need 200. There we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Let's see where we stand. 40, 50, 60, 70, 85. The width needs to be more. 280, 285. That looks right. Now, I'm still not sure if this is going to work correctly. 80, 90, 97, 98. Oh, that's still not right. On 10, 112, 113. Oh, it's close. I'm not liking this. Numbers are surprisingly off. How about 320? So when we have this problem, the right solution is actually to center one and then have it repeat. So we're going to do that. So 40, 40 pixels. Ten. Three 10 pixels is correct. Now we need the height. Nope, that's not right. There's the height. So I keep adjusting these numbers. I think that's correct. And now when we vertically align this, or rather, if we now remove the center, now with the positioning, here we go. There it is. Great. So we now have exactly the circles we want for that one. So we can now replace this with var C. Add a comma. And now we've got that. So then what next? I think what this means is we have two more linear gradients to make, probably. So we're going to do linear gradient, comma. It'll be this color and transparent, and then that color again. This will come down 100 pixels, 0, lower, 30, 40, 30, and 60, 170. That looks pretty good. We add this color in the background. And we just have one little problem now. We need another cover. Usually that's a sign that this is not a great solution, but we're going to take it. 90 degrees. Color. So do these pixels intersect with the circles? That's the question. Might not. They do. So we see when we made that wider. Yeah, so that's going to be a problem. We want that to be at 0, and we want the width to be 390 pixels. And we want it to repeat Y, repeat X, and we need height. There we go. Hopefully that gets to us to 100%. I'm not sure it will. We'll find out in a minute here. So complicated set of gradients. Maybe not my favorite there. Minify, unit place, submit. Is there a good solution with a circle and box shadows? Maybe. The issue is that we will need a second element to cover to make these irregular shadows work. But let's try the line template and we'll make that circle. I guess we need to, well, let's look back. That gradient is, so it's 70 pixels wide and 70 pixels tall. So let's do blank template. set a simple background of this color. Height, we're going to call 70. Margin, we're going to say is 50. So it's 70. So 400 minus 70 is what? 330. So 165. 167 is probably the number. And that's probably not right. I probably have my math wrong there. 150. There we go. That looks right. 157. However you do math, there's not that much math in this game. Just kidding. It's all math. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 110, 115. Okay, now border radius 50%. Perfect. Now we want color. We're going to set to that color. And now it's all box shadow. Box shadow, inset, 1 inch, 0. I'm going to remove the background. And then the box shadow is 100 pixels, 0, 110. Next is 110 minus 110, 0. And that's the other one. Minus 160 pixels, minus 150 pixels, something like that. 55 is correct. And minus 150. So then all the numbers are going to be like that. 155 pixels, 150 pixels. That's the bottom corner. And then every other combination, minus 155 pixels, 150 pixels. That's the bottom left corner. And then we did both negative. So then now this one is 155 pixels minus 150 pixels. Now we need another something to cover these up. Probably there would be a way to chip away at that and deform that, possibly, but I don't think that that's going to work, or at least I don't know how to do it. So we won't do it that way. We need another. We need a second element. So second element. So P plus P. Color is instead this. I'm going to say outline 10 pixels solid red. There it is. I'm going to say border radius. So we're going to make this a bar. And then we're going to unset it by doing dash dash R colon. That subverts it. And we can actually see those shadows already. It really doesn't help us too much. Not really. But maybe if I change the margin top, I can make it work a little bit. Really, I think we got to change the numbers that we have for box shadow, because the shadows for this are not going to work in the same way, unfortunately. Margin top minus 100. So so we see that outline in red. So interestingly, this might work. No, the outline won't work because I need box shadows. Yeah, it's cute that this is obscuring the rest of this, but I don't think it's going to work correctly. Could I use borders? Yes, I could use borders, actually. So let's do... Okay. So we're just going to set all these margins different. Not too bad. You need to change the height. Height of 30. Does that do it? That's close. Height is 40. That'll work. Can I use the box shadow? And I don't have to undo the box shadow. That's great. So, so there's, if I don't set the color to transparent, then I do see the box shadows. Otherwise, I get those very weird box shadows going on, which is really interesting because of the crazy margin, minus 200. But that looks like it's going to work. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Oh, what did I just do? Was it that clean before? It wasn't. There we go. I need to get rid of the radius. So that was what that problem was. Those were very flattened out circles. Very odd. Okay, submit. Is this better? Probably not better, but it's not too bad. Yeah, not a better score. Minify, interplace. That's it. 2 solutions. Very, very pleasing, I think. Intriguing solutions, but not as good score-wise. But another way to do it. Many ways to do this puzzle. Many, 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 many. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Go make a webpage.